Hi, this is Sushant from PARWARISH, and I wanted to talk to you today about ADHD, the Attention Deficit and Hyperactivity Disorder. What we say at PARWARISH is that ADHD does not exist. It's a myth, and it really does not exist. This statement can take you in various spaces. Some of you may say, I don't agree, it doesn't make sense, there are researches behind it. Are you really sure? Or some of you even like it, right? That thank God somebody is saying like this. And some of you may question it, that people, educationists, counselors have spoken to you about that, yes, it exists, and they've given you proof of it in your own children. And when you've seen them like that, it's almost impossible to believe somebody saying that ADHD does not exist. Now, well, if you really look at these statistics, they really speak something else. According to researchers, 11.3% children in India, are suffering from ADHD. This number is far higher in United States, which is at about 13.4%. Now, here I am saying ADHD does not exist. Researchers prove something else. The statistics are saying something else. But let's look at it. Why exactly are we saying that it does not exist? Now, if you really look at what is happening in the society for the last few years, it's that children at a very young age are exposed to high speed, high action, fast moving music, videos, and something which is like in our times, the mobile used to be that small rattler which used to be on our cradle, slow moving, making that simple, steady sound. That has got replaced by the actual cell phone with children having that in their hands, listening to music and seeing videos which are far more engaging than that small, slow moving cradle. Then, if you then these same children go into schools and are made to sit in that classroom, which is slow, which gives you boundaries, and then they're studying something which is not as exciting, as engaging as the video games and the videos and the music which they're exposed to outside of school. So imagine a small child who's been exposed to this, he gets into school and he speaks his mind out, or he doesn't want to stick on and he doesn't want to sit on his seat. He will start fiddling with stuff, he'll start disturbing others, he'll start moving around. And it'll be very difficult to manage this particular child in a classroom setting of 30 to 40 children. And he would be termed as hyperactive because there will be a lot of activity where he is. Then, if you see that his retention, his learning would get automatically reduced because he's not concentrating on what is happening. And over a period of time, over a few years, this gap in learning is going to increase. And then when we have this guy assessed, he'll be somebody who's not engaged, he's not somebody who's sitting straight while he's studying, and has a learning gap. And the assessment very simply comes to that he's attention deficit and hyperactivity disorder child. I'll give you another example. If you see the same child playing with his games, seeing videos, seeing his TV, you will see that this child has far more concentration level and is able to concentrate on his games and TV and everything else than his studies. Now, a lot of experts would say that this is an aspect of ADHD only. But my request would be, if you look at it from a very different perspective, is it something to do with concentration, or is it something to do with his engagement levels? Isn't that same thing happening to us when we are seeing that? If we are doing something which is boring, we don't want to do it. We are bored and we want to give it up. Versus when we ourselves are doing something very engaging. We'll be sitting with something for hours. Versus when you're doing something which is boring and we want to give it up as soon as possible. That same aspect works with us also. So really, let's look at this aspect and see, does it actually exist, or are we subjecting those kids to something which is not happening out there? So, at Parwarish, we really don't philosophize this. What I'm referring to you and what I'm talking to you is not a philosophy. We've really worked with children who had these certificates of ADHD, and within a few months of working with them, we've seen a huge difference. The same kids are able to take these tags off. So my invitation to you is come meet us. If there is anybody who's dealing with children who are supposedly dealing with ADHD, come on over, let's talk, and you experience it for yourself. So I invite parents and people working with children with ADHD, who suspected ADHD, to meet up and see and experience this process for yourself. Let's join hands to eradicate this whole menace of ADHD. We would love to hear from you, so feel free to comment and share your thoughts with us on this video, on our Facebook page, on our LinkedIn pages. Happy parenting.